Frederick Ogden Nash was born in Rye, New York. Before becoming a poet, Nash sold bonds and gave lectures and worked as an editor for a newspaper. During his literary career, he wrote over 400 pieces of comic verse. His first verse was published in the New Yorker in 1930. The following year, he published his humorous verse titled Hard Lines. His other collection of poems include Freewheeling, Happy Days, The Primrose Path, The Bad Parents' Garden of Verse, I Am a Stranger Here, Myself, and Everyone But Thee and Me, etc. His poems are best known for their unconventional rhyme scheme and humor. The poem The Tale of Custard the Dragon was originally published in 1936, and it gives a humorous account of a cowardly dragon named Custard who saves the lives of Belinda and his other pet animals when a pirate threatens them. Now, let us see what happens in the summary of The Tale of Custard the Dragon by Ogden Nash. Belinda lived in a little white house. She lived with a little black kitten called Ink, a grey mouse called Blink, a brave yellow dog called Mustard, and a cowardly pet dragon called Custard. She also had a little red wagon. Now Custard had sharp teeth. Spikes grew out of his back. His skin was covered with scales and he had long knife-like toes. He could also breathe fire, but all he wanted was a safe cage for himself. Belinda, Ink, Blink, and Mustard all considered themselves very brave. So, when Custard, a fierce-looking dragon, cried for a cage, they did not spare him. Belinda tickled him. Ink, Blink, and Mustard rudely called him names. They all laughed at Custard, the cowardly dragon. Belinda laughed so hard it shook the house. Blink giggled. Ink and Mustard rudely called Custard old. But Custard only cried for a cage. Suddenly, they heard a sound. Belinda cried out. There was a pirate climbing in the window. The pirate looked mean. He had 2 pistols in his hand. Between his teeth, he held a sharp knife. He also had a black beard and a wooden leg. It was clear that he was there to do them some kind of harm. Belinda cried for help. Mustard fled. Ink climbed down the house, and Blink ran into a mouse hole. But Custard sprang up to confront the pirate. The pirate stopped at the sight of the dragon. He took a sip from his bottle and fired 2 bullets at Custard the dragon. But the bullets did not harm Custard. He simply ate the pirate. Now Belinda hugged him. Mustard licked him in affection. Ink and Blink danced around Custard. No one cried for the pirate, who was dead. But then Mustard said he could have been twice as brave if he hadn't been surprised. Ink and Blink also said they could have been thrice as brave. Custard agreed and said that everyone was braver than him. Belinda still lives in her little white house with Ink, Blink, Mustard, and Custard. She, Ink, Blink, and Mustard still consider themselves to be brave. And Custard still cries for a nice safe cage.